Hi, I'm Justin Hersey, and I am going to do commentary about behind the scenes of making of Accoun. Yeah, I know, I'm not professional, but hey, I thought I'd do this. So let's get started. Oh man, I remember this scene. I started filming in March, and it took me a month. This is on our youth trip. It started March 17th. Yeah, the mountain view was pretty good. I believe we were in Pigeon Forge. That filmed that the next day with my brother. I thought it would be cool to do it for like the titles, like the characters, actors who are in it. It worked out pretty good. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that day was actually the 4th anniversary of me and my girlfriend dating. I had to do something special a week early because I was gone. She wasn't there though. Oh man, I love this shot. And especially worked out words and stuff. When I was editing, I had to cut out more, and I thought there would be more people on this as well. And I had such a big idea for this project. I mean, we didn't even have to start working on the project until we got back. Was it after spring break? I forgot which one. And it was like Masters. And my brother came with me, and I'm basically using the same camcorder right now that I'm using for the commentary. Yeah, I know, I'm cheap. Oh, what? That was on the bus ride back. Yeah, it was a good drive. Yeah, there was audio problems with it, so I had that person, Jordan, I had to go back and do that with her. It's like the week of the Iguana Grand Prix. I know. I'm in youth though, so it worked out as well. Yeah, that was actually filmed the day before, the 18th as well. Stayed there for a weekend, and I took advantage of it. See, I'm not the guy who likes to waste the opportunity. Yeah, that guy Elijah, originally he thought it was supposed to be something funny, and I got for him to be serious. He's actually wearing my brother's hat, who's filming during this. And it was so hard just trying to work with the audio of this one. Oh, man. I tell you, I think that messed with my grade. No, that wasn't the one that messed with my grade the most. Yeah. This part actually was, a lot of it with the video is improv, well, thought of on the spot. And so basically, yeah, most of the sequence was filmed in Tennessee the entire time. Outside of Pigeon Forge, well, Rockies basically is in Tennessee the entire time. I filmed in 3 states. Oh man, I tell you, when I found this, when we went here, I was like, dude, I need to film this. And my brother was there, and so was Elijah, who was in the other scene, and someone else was there as well. Yeah, there are a lot of tourists there as well, so I had to cut them out. Man, I tell you, when you see stuff like this, you're probably thinking, wow. For me, my mind goes, I wonder how I can make this into a movie, and I did. I know, it's on the spot, and I got like Michaela Love from school to do the audio for the news reporter for this. Oh man, I hate shots of me. I mean, I'm not the most prominent one in this because I'm making this, but still. Yeah. Forgot who else. I think I was going to do someone else for the voice, though. Yeah. I know I filmed like a lot of crazy stuff. There's one deleted scene where I'm trying to pretend like I fell through a roof of a building, but I couldn't figure out how to work that in, so I had to cut it out. I tell you, you don't see stuff like this in sets, though. You gotta go out and look. I literally filmed the entire thing outside of school, and that's what I did. Yeah, that scene I just put the camera on a stand. I think it was on the windshield. I was holding the rearview mirror, and yeah, I just set the camcorder there and just started recording. My brother was there, but I think he was buying stuff in the store while we were leaving. Forgot what. That's actually filmed near a local gas station down the road from my house. Well, it's about a 5-minute drive at the most to get there. I don't know. Literally, the only person there is me and my brother, who is the only camera guy there. Yeah, he was reacting a lot, like twice during this. Like, one time I had to mute the audio for it because you can hear him, because like, oh, what's wrong? But I was able to get it to work somehow. Man, I really do look like a terrible actor. Great, it sounds personal. I'm not even sound like I'm talking in second person. That was actually easier to fake than you think. I think I would have fallen. Got pretty good balance though, even though I'm not very athletic. My legs are pretty good. Yeah, just for the record, we did not get permission to film in there. We just basically walked in and started filming. You can see my brother's car in the background. We knew the guy who works there, so yeah, it went by fine. Didn't say much. Yeah. Oh man, I hate Daniel for this. So basically, the point of this was that I walked 3 days through the entire home, and it's pretty sad. You can't even find a bus. The part right here, is actually longer, but I just cut it out and add that scene later at home. Yeah, it was very bad. I know there's probably continuity error. I walk that way, but I end up on the other side. Yeah, my brother pointed out that there was a lot of advertisement. I'm not, basic gas station stuff. I'm not even going to point it out. It's pretty weird how some things work out. Like the glasses right there. It's still only my brother filming this. I actually had to take 2 takes for this because he forgot to stay still. I forgot. I forgot when I filmed this. Which one came first? This is originally with this scene though. There was going to be a scene where I walked out of my room fully dressed. Though I looked at it and was like, "No, this is terrible." It's just like stop. I was like stopping right at the part with the earplugs. But that's probably not the most impressive thing. When I made the title for this, which appears afterwards, I was really shocked. And he was like, "Dude, how did I do this?" And there was like a few other people in the class were surprised. This was a school project though. I was practically the only one who did not use the school at all. Probably the only thing was like audio afterwards. Oh man, that gives me chills every time. Yeah. I bet me and my brother did this on a day when our mom wasn't home. No. I actually realized though that the clock on the oven though was the only downfall of this. We actually had to do multiple angles of this, well, multiple takes of it for it to be right, but it was able to work out though. Probably the worst part. For anyone confused, the idea of the character is that he's supposed to, if he hears something loud, he explodes uncontrollably. Well, this part, the glass is there though. Though I was trying to edit it so it would work, but I didn't know how to do it, and I don't know how to use Photoshop. So I asked a friend to help with that, and he is a lot better. I need to ask him to teach me how to use Photoshop because I do not know how to use Photoshop. It's pretty bad when you want to make like green screen stuff. I don't have it with me though. That's probably why I don't know how to use it. It's not enough practice time. I mean, I've made videos before, but I've never used Photoshop. So he played a help in making this, even though it's like, no, it's still much help. I like him though. He's a nice guy. Especially. Yeah. It's bad when you have to call your own phone. No, it's not my girlfriend calling. I actually had to get her to do that later, and she talks like that on the phone. Well, definitely no, she needs better phone habits, and my brother just got a cell phone, so yeah, she probably isn't the best influence for him on that subject. Yeah. That's my actual flute. I forgot it the day we were filming at Michael and David's, so yeah. There's a lot of stuff I put in here that's not very necessary, though. I mean, some stuff is, some stuff isn't, though. I don't really know. Duct tape. Everything works with duct tape. And this is why I'm not a seamstress. I can't make the shirt big enough. I had to go back, put some tape on it, so that way I could make it as a school project. Now, when you think about it, it's kind of sad. And, well, I'm not a fashion guy. Obviously you can tell by my shirt and my pants. I'm not a very formal guy, I don't even like tuxedos. Again, my brother's the only one filming. He is very good at this stuff. I mean, once I go into animation though, it's pretty good. Nothing like using stuff that's not planned. In other words, cars passing by makes it look real. Yes, you don't see made nowadays. This is one pass by. I think I walked around the corner a bit and then it was like stop. Yeah, the third state. We went like a field trip in a media tech class. And so basically, I forgot to bring a camcorder, so I filmed this with my cell phone. I actually asked Daniel Coffin, who is basically the beak in other videos, I asked him to film this. You can see the media tech class in the background in some scenes. This is actually inspired by the Daredevil. Anybody seen the movie Daredevil? And it's good to an extent. I mean, not like this movie's terrible. It's more like the content of it that I don't like. First explosion. Should cut some of that back. You'd be surprised how willing you can find friends that can help with this stuff like this. I actually borrowed a camera from MediaTek for this part. Matter of fact, a lot of this used it. Like only a major role for a good friend. Now we had a script for this part. I scripted out like 2 scenes specifically. This and the other scene later on. That was more improv. This was definitely more script based. And we had to cover a mirror for that. And there's like a continuity error later on, but then again, one scene was filmed before the other one. And basically, yeah, I'm not a very good actor though. That's one thing my dad points out. I think we actually did play like a round or something. Forgot what happened. Yeah. It was definitely crazy. Like awkward playing. Then you get the friend who comes in. Before I finish this though, I went to travel to Liberty University where I'm going to college, and I actually saw how one movie called MU sounds. I have to say I'm very curious to look it up, not as a school thing, but just for the fact of how good the sound technique was. I'm really curious about it, though. What I've heard, it's disturbing. There's like very little improv in this. I kind of realized back when I was editing this, one camcorder, I think my brother was this angle. No. Wait, no, this is the camera. That was way too still. Yeah, this is definitely camera. I believe I used the same angle twice. Because you can see my mouth move the same way. Those coordinates are actually real. Pretty accurate to where I was going to them. It's like, oh great, continuity here. Where's the glove? I didn't realize that. Maybe I should have said something like, oh great, where's my glove? Maybe I put it in my pocket in between some point when he was when Michael was talking to me. It's pretty funny how this scene moved out smoothly. We still had only the 2 cameras. Carson was running the other one. The other one was just running by itself. You can definitely tell a lighting difference in them. And we had to change like twice. Camcorder is definitely the more still one. I like the way Carson was holding it because you can tell it's more realistic. They don't do that a lot more anymore. They like to keep the camera still. I know like in live action TV series they do that. Like if you watch Arrow, Flash, stuff like that. I mean, they're pretty good camera angles. I just like the interconnection of them. Man, I forgot about his face. Oh, that was the best. It's like, oh great, I forgot to bring my flute that day. Oh, man. I had to improv that part of it. You know, the stuff like they make up for some movies. I need to look into stuff. It's like good improv scenes. Stuff you don't expect in the movie or stuff that was just added in later because they couldn't film it in. It was very crazy that day. I really wanted to finish the project. I spent a month working on it, and this was during spring break. Was it before or after? Got when I know, like, I went to Liberty Thursday. Maybe it was that Tuesday or Wednesday. David was really wanting to get into it, and it's a good thing I started to continue as a series. I really like not that part, but the fact that I scripted in his last line is like, I'm prepared for your funeral. It was actually questionable which one would go for which. Not great, my dad's home. Yeah, I like that line. Oh man, this is actually really weird. Me and my brother went to film, and we found out after we were done that it was private property. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop talking about this scene before I get in trouble. 18 and making big movies. Yeah, this was filmed Clearwater, close to my church. You know, it's just me and my brother that day, and I was basically holding the camera for when he was on screen, and he was holding the camera for when I was on screen. It's actually funny though, because you don't see us cross at all. And this is probably the best thing. It's actually a joke that everybody recognizes him by his hat. Yeah, he's definitely more of a comedic character. Not just a character, just a person in general. He literally cannot do anything serious without being funny. And I actually found it funny how he doesn't even pay attention to me when I get into the trunk of his car. I'm still laughing, and it's been a month since I worked on it. It's just such good material. I mean, I couldn't fit all of it in there when we were doing it, though, because it was like so much and like so little to put into it. I mean, would have made the video longer, but longer in the wrong way. It just felt like it was unnecessary. Oh, you can see his reflection. Yeah. Fix a continuity error. He'd said a scene where he said we had to change shirts because he can't wear any with characters. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny how he just starts rambling on about Jerry. It's so good. I keep laughing about it, even when I think about it. I'm not even listening to it. It's mute. It's actually funny. We were actually driving afterwards back home, and I was like, dude, you should do this. You should do this. It was like after we went to go get gas. We went through here to get the gas first. Then we went back home. And, oh man, I should have done an angle from when we were going home. No sense now, so I extended it. This is so fun. I forgot. No, this was filmed the same day as that scene. Car. The first two were filmed different day. I like the train. I like trains. I didn't see that coming. It was like, dude, this works. It's like so realistic. Kind of funny how the train is just like moving the same thing. Oh, the laws of perspective. I mean, some laws scientific laws make sense. Scientific theories. Baki, gosh. What? Okay. Yes, this is close by Harrison Cave, or as a matter of fact, the other side. If you go to the other side, there's a park that all facing the other side of the road. On the left side of the car. Mom was in the back. For this, I was actually filming for another video for someone else. And I decided to reuse the footage. I was actually the one driving this time. My brother was holding the camera for this. It was still too funny to listen to him. And this was as well. Oh man, she could have done better with that video though. Really odd. You can see me wearing the hat. Then again, my brother's also wearing a hat, so makes sense. Actually, we actually didn't go anywhere. I was doing that when the car was parked. The ordering for this went a bit differently though. I was actually planning to gas him after I got out, but I thought it'd work better with the music I put in. Nothing like the cray. This is funny. We actually did 2 takes of this. He cannot stay serious. Yeah, I know. Window continuity. It would have made more sense if the window was actually closed, though, but then again, the car was turned off and just had to turn the window off. This scene was actually filmed over the course of 4 days. One Wednesday, and this was filmed on another Wednesday. I tried to film on, I film moments in it as well, but we were like, dude, this is too ill prepared. So yeah. So I came back, and this was the day of the free yard sale. I honestly thought more people were coming, but no, it was just me and my brother again. And we basically took the 2 cameras we had out of the camcorder he's holding, and which I'm using right now, and the school's camera. I like how this went though. So good. So many angles, and it was like a humming light up there. I know it's like old light. This is the old sanctuary. I don't know how long it's been since the light's been changed. It was like an old speaker up there. I don't even know if they use that. I don't even want to know where that sucker came from either. So, anywho, this went like this. Basically had 2 cameras. Piano thing seems a bit unnecessary, but I was actually playing that in my favorite scale, which is A flat. I've never played piano before, but I've played the flute, so I know how it works. So I know how the musical scale works. So basically, I was just reading out the notes where it could be, and I was right. It was A flat. It'd have been too long right there. This is where most of the bloopers came in for the video, and it took a few takes for this one. And this is where my points came in badly for the video. Probably could have took down the volume as well, though. I don't think I probably should have had that camcorder recording for that. It was too blurry. It shouldn't have zoomed. Maybe I should have had Carson stay on the ground and had the standing truck. I had my youth pastor get in on this. A lot more people. I was thinking more people were going to be in on this, but no. So it was only so long and so many. It's like 5 people stayed, 3 left, and they didn't want to stay. Yeah. So it would have been so much more fun with more people. I even wrote it down on this blackboard with a wrong marker. Don't even get me started on that. It was funny. He's actually the wild guy of the group, in a way, which is actually how this works pretty well. And here comes power. These graphics suck. No wonder I got rid of the gloves. Maybe I should just get rid of the gloves from then on. It's supposed to be like sound. No, they look really cheesy. I think I had no special effects software to use, so I just basically took some effects from Final Cut and made it like that. Background grunt. He definitely killed the character though, especially this scene. Like, kill him. Like, got the right tone. I wasn't there in the hallway with that. I think I was getting my stuff ready to move over to the next building. I wanted to do more upstairs, and oh man, the hallway was good up there, but only a few people stay. Oh, I didn't even realize that was too dark. Yeah, there's a friend of ours. He's like one of the few guys. I wanted to do this to the full song. I couldn't because there wasn't enough. This took 3 takes. This is the last take. And I had to use one to fake another one. Like the first take, the guy splits in half, and Nathan was following him. He was actually the camera guy for that. That was actually funny. There was actually something wrong with the scene. Matthew wanted to record, and he did not know how to record, so we had to do this over and over again. Fake it. Fake it a second time. It was actually an old pair, so that didn't matter. I didn't realize they were a different color. Ah. So many continuity errors. How is it that good? I got a friend complimenting. Yeah, I think there was a Brotherhood breakfast going on there. I think I straightened that out. I forgot. I think that was Easter. My brother pretending to die. Yeah, we couldn't use guns, so I basically had to fake it just like his phone was a gun. It was very cheesy though it worked. It was next to the blanket she fell on. We had to take multiple takes of that because, well, it messed up camera angles, and the first time he shot himself by putting his phone in the pocket. I think I used the first take for when he says, how our hero's fallen. It's actually funny, he shoots himself. Like, easiest way to kill a villain. Yeah. I mostly got rid of that wire because it was annoying me, but it was also part of the script as well. You hear it clang. Yeah. So like all the Oscars, we got a winner. Best amateur actor. He's helped with videos before MediaTek, but not me. He's never done something like this before. Well, not like this. It's like, youth pastor's daughter and my brother were recording this. It's just like, this was scripted, though he actually used a lot more improv because I gave him a lot of lines. I want to be like a big boss. I mean, here's where the fight comes in. I wanted to like cut before the fight and just like change the camera angles. Surprisingly, it worked. Yeah, none of the fight was even scripted or planned out. We just basically took whatever we had and just went all out. It worked out. I mean, I like the improv fighting though. Then again, I get why professionals do like script fighting. Yeah. About this time, the other I think Anna left. It's basically, I don't even know where he got that hat. Where did he get that hat from? We're so red. This is probably the best editing for the video. Except in intro. It's so good how he jumped back like that. It's like, I know I killed Nathan and Matthew. He could survive. Probably hearing damage. My youth pastor, I think our youth pastor was on the table. Yeah, PJ. Yep, we call him PJ. Basically, Pastor Jason. Man, I'm so red. Yeah. It's actually fun. This is actually one of the last things we filmed. It's funny. The first thing was the first thing to film, and the last thing was the last thing to be filmed, I know. Like, pretty weird. I know I probably could have shown a bit more of the flashbacks of events. Probably a bit in slow motion. At different points. Yeah. It's like a joke. They said my costume was out of though. Can't blame him. Well, that's not a continuity here. Well, yeah, it is. Crap. It's like the things you realize after it's done. I've got so many continuity errors in this. Like, it turns out to be a project that ended up, for a flashback story video, turned out to be a full-length project. Like, it's been a TV special. My teacher was like, oh, great. She knows how spontaneous I can be. I also think this flashback sequence was good. I want to get my girlfriend in on it more. She, love her though, has her own mind thinking. Yeah, I know. I was even thinking of showing a scene where she would cry during the credits, post-credit scene. I didn't think about doing that stuff until after I saw the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff. It's like really good. With the credits, I try to be as professional as I could with this video. This is what I'm going to be doing in my future, editing videos. Well, specialize in editing. I'll do anything in the field except stunt double. Director, I'm questioning that though, depends. I mean, I'm not the best at leading this. I worked with a small group with this and it went pretty good. No, like really crazy. Well, I can say one thing though. I'm going to keep talking because there's something funny that I know I misspelled for me. I mean, I didn't think about making this into a full series until later. I mean, it definitely turned out better than I expected. Carson said, yes, my brother is definitely Mr. Comic Relief. That's what I'm calling him now. I'm calling him Mr. Comic Relief now. Mr. Comic Relief. I'm just glad that it turned out better than I could. I think like the most I got. It was great as a school project. It took me over a month to finish it. Worked on it for a while. As a matter of fact, I think I was one of the first ones done. And I spent the longest time working on it. It was like boom operator. That wasn't necessary though. I want to give him credit because he tried to help us. Yeah. Yeah, I especially want to do a full song for this. I think like the most thing that got me down for that grade was like the scene where you first see the dead boss, aka Nathan, and that got me a grade of 98. The other stuff I could justify for that scene, I could not. Basically all this is. And I'm gonna stop because I don't think anybody wants to hear me talk throughout the credits. I mean, I know I made the credits unnecessarily long, though I try to make them professional and fit to the entire song, or at least to the ending thing. And I just decided at the end of it with the thing I made at the beginning, the Accoun logo-like thing, and the music credits. I'll say one thing though, I will credit every artist's song that I use in here because also for copyright reasons and the fact that they're good artists. They've got good songs. I mean, now some things if you take literally, I know it got impossible, especially, I mean, that wasn't necessary. I mean, I had to do it that long. I wanted it to end like that. At least the Panic was the full song I want to use, but with that song specifically, yeah, a bit more explicit. I know I worked on this at home and at school. There's a part where I had to, the part, day 3 of the old fellowship hall, I definitely know I worked at home because that was during spring break. Yeah, I had to give them special thanks. They helped me a lot with this project. As a matter of fact, they were the main focal point of how they worked with the project. So, yeah. I know. I had the idea of the character for a while, just instead of implementing him. So basically I did. And now I decided to make it a full YouTube series. Yeah, was that long? I don't know. Well, that's it. See you later. I'll do it with my brother next time.